Hello, and welcome to Magic, Myths, and Mayhem, a TTRPG podcast with mostly accurate rolls and inconsistent character voices. Going through the interruptions. I'm Alex, your host and GM, and with me are Rowan, Purdy, and my Joe. Rowan, Purdy, and my Joe, my wonderful players. How is everyone doing today?
Wow.
I didn't know you were revealing that, honey.
It's just gotten romantic.
You were talking about hot honey.
Well, it got romantic because it's Valentine's Day, just to fuck up the time stream a little more for anybody listening.
100%, we should start just calling out, because every now and again we sort of date where we are by what we're talking about. These things are a little
throw it
off.
off.
And we just like, it's Valentine's Day, and people are like, wait, how did...
No, what?
when and the next one we're like, it's Christmas! We didn't record these. We record these like films where they do it on sets, like in completely the wrong order, and then I put it all together afterwards.
We had an idea for this episode before we had an idea for the one that came before it, so...
What a funny joke that we have ideas. Anyway, you may have noticed, my Joe, that my father isn't here. I think you'll be the one that's able to tell us why.
Of course. Now, many people might not know this, but Mark has a favourite movie. Shocking, I know. And Mark's favourite movie is Ocean's 11.
Mm-hmm.
He loves that movie. He hates Ocean's 12, and feels kind of...
What about Ocean's 10?
He kind of feels okay about that one. And I think Ocean's 13, he said, works well for like critics, but not for audiences.
Oh yeah, they got real art house with that one.
Yeah, so Mark has decided that he is going to make his own Oceans movie. So at the moment, he is reenacting some of his favorite scenes from all the different movies, and he's going to smash them all together into one Oceans movie. But the whole thing from start to finish is going to be like the reveal of the plan, because it's just him. He's not going to have to spend time assembling the Oceans team. He's just going to be montaging, doing things as bars fly across the screen and things change. You know, cameras, like shots change size and music plays. So at the moment, kind of serendipitously, with it being a D&D day, he's currently reenacting the scene where he causes a revolution inside a Mexican dice factory. Mark, being very method, has actually gone to do this and has installed hidden cameras everywhere. So it's a very authentic experience. No word yet on a release date, but I have been told that because of some fairly racy scenes, this will be an 18 and over movie when it is eventually made.
Alex, I don't think you should watch that one.
Yeah, no, I don't think I should either.
Yeah, I don't think you want to see your father doing that.
No, and that's fine. I like with the Oceans films, people have said I should watch Oceans 11, but I really can't be bothered with watching Oceans 1 to 10 first.
It is.
It just seems like quite of an investment. So
it's kind of like the Fast and Furious movies. If you're not going to watch one, don't bother watching the rest.
Yeah,
I say, having only seen Tokyo.
Tokyo's just a good film, though.
But if you start at Oceans 1, by the time you get to Ocean 500, it's like starting to get really good.
Oh, it's like One Piece.
Does it ever get good?
Yeah, I was.
Alex wasn't interested as soon as they said they weren't going to remake the Indian Ocean.
True. It's like Indian Spider-Man. So anyway, we have a recap.
Do we? No, we don't. We literally don't.
Yeah, I can edit that one. Play the recap that I'm totally not making post this episode. All right, calm down. Where were we? Well, looks like Niffy woke up very exhausted, and none of the crew really knew why, but doing some research, it seemed they worked out it might be a curse. Well, they tried dispelling a few things, but nothing worked there, so rather arbitrarily, Niffy flipped the trickster's coin, a liquid chocolate appeared out of nowhere, landed on her, and she felt fine again, after, licking it off a little bit. Well, after that, they decided to move towards the Walmart. The forest was hard to traverse, they definitely got lost, despite Pesto believing that they knew the way. They had to take TR-51 off his tracks and carry him, it was so treacherous. Well, it took all of the day and more as Pesto got more and more lost, but eventually they did find the Walmart, and Pesto met his rock mum. They spent some time there, relaxing, enjoying the time, sleeping the night, and in the morning, Pesto's mum confirmed it was indeed a curse on Niffy. So they decided to cast Remove Curse on a few things, and eventually they worked out it were the Trickster's coin. The dispel magic on that coin broke the curse from Niffy, and she felt all right again. They decided from there, once they got back to the ship, that the next place to go was Losig, because, a few of them have got a couple things they want to do there. But they might as well make some money on the way since it's so far away. Monty decided to try and get some cargo, so he spoke to a rich family called the Vreda Caramans, who were secret smugglers of expensive and illegal goods. They made a deal for 50,000 gold pieces to transport a load of stuff into Losig, which was questionable about how legal it all was. From there, they made some decisions about their travel, knowing that they'd have to be careful getting into Losig, as if they were caught with any of this stuff, they'd probably be arrested. But once the stuff was loaded, they were ready to go, with most of the boxes hidden away, but one suspiciously large one that they couldn't hide.
She ain't good?
And good.
Good? I don't know. I'm feeling pretty tempted already.
True.
Oh yes, you made a deal to not open them.
I'm not familiar with those sci-fi characters that you mentioned earlier. Please, could you give us their public domain, legally distinct, non-trademarked names?
What?
From the Wars of the Stars? I'm not sure we're allowed to use those.
What?
Oh right, well yeah, but this bit won't be heard. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. That recorded, pre-made, not post-made recap didn't involve anything to do with what you're saying.
I am confused.
Same.
I said C-3PO and Chewbacca.
Oh.
Oh, did you?
You can't not be paying if you're not going to remember what happened. You can't not pay attention to the recap. It's like 2 minutes to remember what fucking happened.
You
Please.
Weren't you were going to cut it out anyway.
But that doesn't mean I might as well have just not fucking said it. I'm going to stop doing recaps, and you're going to just try and work out what the fuck you are.
Said what?
What were we on about again?
That is kind of a fun D&D campaign idea of just every time you play, you wake up with amnesia. But, like, of only the last couple days.
So putty.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Rowan.
Hi.
Pesto. Rowan, because it's more meta.
Oh, wait. Rowan or Pesto?
Rowan. Does it make you more or less intrigued to break the rules and look inside the boxes to know that I have named what is in each of the boxes?
That
don't worry about it.
Listen, somebody has to push the buttons. That's where the story happens, is when you push the buttons.
So, speaking of the story, I'll say awake in the port.
I say awake.
Somewhere you have been for a while. Pesto, you would be worrying about hiding away these boxes. Specifically, you have 2 tiny boxes, around the size of ring boxes. You have 1 small box that's about the size of a hand. 2 medium boxes, which are kind of briefcase sized. 1 large crate that's about the size of a classic treasure chest, and 1 huge crate, which was that 6 foot tall, sort of 6 foot tall, maybe a couple feet wide box.
Hold on. I want to write those down. Oh, I remember where I fucking put it. Last time I specifically made a little cargo thing in the horizons.
Well, whilst you're searching for that, Niffy, meanwhile, because you are indeed the navigator, would have been working on the map to work out what would be the best ways to get to Losig. You have been told that, firstly, there's going to need to be some refueling as you move through. Not refueling in terms of fuel of the ship. Refueling as in, for you guys, getting, what's the word? Cargo stocks into your ship, which means you have to be aware of at what points you do a stopover, because getting across the Pentasic Ocean is quite difficult, considering the fact that there's nothing between you and the Western continent if you go in a straight line. What you have generated is optional routes with the amount of hours each leg would take. You've been very smart to do this. So you guys can make a bit of a decision as you look at it. Effectively, you can see that it highlights the options are going either... well, you have to go down the river, which will take... I don't know, I've left a 2 above that, ignore that. Which will take about 20 hours worth of travel, that is not including sleeping. So about a day if you went all the way straight. You know, Niffy, that it will be a little bit quicker because you're going downriver, which means you can go with the current. You then have the option of going from Ithrin to either Gree, which is in Ecte, and then curving up past Elesdwin, between Ecte and Elesdwin, and going around into the Keris Gulf of Cougaron, which is sort of the inside of their crescent. Alternatively, you could go north from Ithrin up to Marrow, just a little stop off to restock to do the big journey over to Galado Fair, which is in Elesdwin, and then go a little bit further north to get to the eastern side of Cougaron, and then you'd have to take some carriages and things, but that had been mentioned in order to make it a little bit easier to get into Losig without being searched and all sorts of illegal bits and bobs being found. And then I've put the amount of, total amounts of times there for you to work it out. The reason I've done it in hours and not in days is because you guys can decide how many hours you travel in a day. You could do 12-hour days, which is obviously a bit more difficult, but possible, or you could do 8-hour days, 4-hour days. You could just not travel for a day.
Can I get that list of the cargo items again?
You can, and I will post it and remove all the parts I don't want you to see.
I appreciate it.
Oh, no. No.
I'm not looking.
I hit delete and my big fat freaking finger hit enter.
Okay.
Thank you for not looking.
The only thing I saw was vials of liquid, and I don't know what they're in. So...
Thank you very much for not looking. My stupidity. That was the worst thing. I was like, I'll hide all of this information. Post all of the information. Oh, dear.
So we're carrying 2 bottles of piss across the world. That's what the vials of liquid are.
Okay.
In the headcanon I'm making to try to distract myself from knowing their stuff.
To clarify, I said the size of a person for the last one because that's just the easiest way to say 6 foot by 2 foot rather than...
It is a pretty ominous way to state it, but
yeah, it is.
I understand. It's apple-sized things again.
Yeah, about the size of an apple. So yes, Niffy, you would have spent the time doing that, and you guys can make those decisions as you go along. Obviously, you don't have to decide on the spot. You've got this all written out. Pesto would have been sorting out these crates. What would Ozzy have been doing in this meantime?
Sorry, before we get to that, can I just check with this image of the map?
Yes.
You said which route was the slightly safer one to get into Losig?
So, getting into Losig via the port, you have been told that they would probably do a check of the ship or the cargo that you are bringing in, which is obviously not exactly what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the suggested things was that you could get into Losig via the other little towns, which are already on the land. That would either mean going across, there's a little ferry, which cuts off the little corner, or through the Kavir, which is probably the safest route in terms of not getting checked, but the most difficult route in the sense that it is literally the hottest place in the entire world. So it's not exactly easy to travel through, but that's something you could deal with later. The main choice would be, once you get to Ithrin, do you go across to Ecte or do you go across to Elesdwin?
And
you can change your mind on the way, of course.
Can I posit something to you guys, and you can tell me if you disagree? But I think I've had a brainwave of what Mark would do here, which is to take one option, but actually change it so it ends up being the secret extra option. I think Mark would look at this map and go, in his brain, he'd be like, right, we're on a job, but we want to be seen less, but we also want to take the safe route in. I think Mark would say, we take this green route all the way to the end, except instead of it going straight into Losig, it would go into where that ferry goes, where there's a little 6 above it. So we'd go past Losig, and then that way we still take...
You mean the 8?
Is it an 8? Well, that
Yeah, 6 is north of.
yeah, and it goes up to that dot, which has a 6 to the right of it.
Yeah.
So we still take our ship the whole way there, like 98%. We go to fewer port towns, so less points of contact for being rumbled in, and then we still get the safer route in overland, thereby bypassing some of those like port authorities. And I feel like it would be very Mark to go this, but actually it's this extra, it's this other thing.
You're right, that is very Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Purdy as Niffy, give me a what were we using for navigation? It was wisdom based. I think survival roll. Is survival your high stat?
I think so.
I don't have it open right now.
The one thing I haven't got open.
It's your character sheet.
Yeah.
Feels like that's necessary for some reason.
The most important thing to have open?
I have a dice that fits through this bloody thing. This isn't looking good already.
You said only the huge crate we couldn't fit into the access area, right?
So you can't hide it away. You can definitely get it down to your cargo storage. Like you can lie it down. There's nothing stopping you doing that. So it goes down into the belly of the ship, and you can put it with all the, like your food and all that kind of stuff that isn't hidden away. But it won't fit inside of your hidden away storage.
I am asking because I don't know if the large crate, the one below that, would fit down there either.
If you want to say that it wouldn't, you know the ship better than me. I thought it might, but if you think it wouldn't, then it wouldn't.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what size treasure chest. Are we talking about like this is the
classic kind of it in any cartoon or anything when there's a treasure chest and it's like 2 or 3 feet wide, maybe about a foot tall and a foot back, kind of like big thing.
Because sometimes they're smaller than I anticipate them being, and sometimes
like
they're bigger.
It's a big one. It's also a square.
Probably
not a square. It's flat sides rather than actually.
Okay. Then that'd be fine. Then it was that arch that I was.
Yeah. No, they're all crates.
Like would be kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 16.
A 16. So being the navigator with the suggestion of curving round the Karis Gulf over to the unnamed town over there. It'll be named when you get there.
Is that the green?
So mostly the green line, just meeting up with the pink line, where it gets to the end of that 24. So going through Drafgar, the eastern side of Drafgar. Sorry, the western side of Drafgar, the left bit. So doing that would be possible. The bigger issues that you would think is there's not going to be as likely an area to leave the ship that is conspicuous. One of the big advantages you have of going into the big capital city, not the capital, I think. Yeah, Fela is the capital city, but the second largest city of Drafgar is there'll be a big port. You can leave your ship there, and though it might cost a bit of money just to stick it there for a bit, it's kind of in a sea of boats and less noticeable. Whereas if you go to a small town, even if it is one that has a ferry on it, you're kind of obviously there, and it depends on whether or not you'd be happy to be noticed or not. That is not me saying don't get noticed. It is just a point that you would be thinking of.
That is true. However, she would be happy to do the green route because that's her van by somewhere she wants.
I don't think we can go right into Losig.
No, but I like doing Joe's idea, which is Mark's idea. But
yeah, all credit to Mark.
I am not the navigator. It's not my place.
The good news is you don't have to decide right now, because you could even go to Ithrin, over to Greek, change your mind, and go up to Gladafir. Like, these aren't set routes. You can still go whatever fucking way you want to go. You know, you still got to make it down the river to Ithrin.
What's the deal with docking not at a dock?
So you'd have a couple of options depending on how dockable the city is. If it's just like the edge of the country with no city or town there, you'd probably have to anchor a little bit out, and then you don't currently have a smaller boat to row in, so you'd either have to swim in, which obviously you're not going to do with the crates and things, or get a smaller boat that's able to get over to the beach, maybe doing a couple trips. It's not.
Do we not have a smaller boat?
yeah, I thought we had one small boat.
We stole
You know
one.
what? I think you're right. You did steal one, and you did attach it to the back of your boat. But either way, that's a small boat, so you'd have to do a couple trips. It would be possible, but that's obviously harder. But I'm not going to take that away from you. If it's a small town or something, they likely have a port, so a deeper, area that your ship can go into. You don't have a massive ship; it's a caravel. It's not like a giant brigantine or anything. So you're able to port up at smaller places. It's just kind of obvious because not many people are going to do that. Maybe a couple would.
Well,
And obviously cities just have massive ports.
there's also this town to the left of Losig that's on the coast, rather than swinging around.
Yes, because there are a few around there. Yeah, I figured I'd just put these areas. You can work out like relative amount of times. So you'll be close enough if you go to areas and places.
It would be like just shaving off like literally the last couple of percent of that. Yeah.
Yeah, just like a few hours. Yeah.
Um,
Well, I think Monty would say, well, it seems as though our greatest choice and very mostly agreed is that we take this green path, and we can make more decisions as we go around to the Keras Gulf as to what we actually do, whether we stop off somewhere or port in somewhere else.
Well, that was going to be my next question. If we're following Green Path, roughly, is there anywhere along the way that people want to go, as we'll need to resupply at various points anyway? Anyone got any business in, Alastair on the southern tip of it, for example?
Nope.
Niffy, she can do it on the way back. She doesn't care which way she does it, but wants to nip into Giffarm? Is that how you say it?
Giffarm.
Yeah, Giffarm.
But yes. So Giffarm, not quite on that map that I sent you, but it is on the bigger map that is now in the media channel, is what used to be Shen. We were speaking about in the pre-ramble, is that very large area, southern part of Korea, separated from the rest of the mainland.
How would people get access to that, Alex? Could they join?
Well, the pre-ramble is something that is only available on the Patreon, which costs $1 a month. Definitely worth it. There's a lot of shit that we talk. And, extra music and art and things that we put on there.
Did we also decide on putting holes, rooms, and doors in there, or does that?
Yes, that one of the best conversations we've ever had. But I'm going to wait until potentially it's animated, unless I get bored before then. But eventually it'll be on there.
It's a good chance. I've got a lot of classes still.
Damn it, I don't have Patreon on my bingo.
So, Giffarm, yes, is definitely, so it's to the west of the route that you're taking, and you could, there's lots of places you can port into Giffarm. You could do it later or sooner. You would assume as well, from what you've been told, that most of the bigger cities that you port anywhere in Gugaron, they'll be checking your ship. The smaller places, probably not, and it might be a bit easier to, underhand some money, but who knows? When I say underhand, I don't mean like tennis racket. I mean bribe someone.
What? Bribe? We don't do shit like that.
Wouldn't believe it. For now, however, you might believe it is indeed time to start traveling.
Whoop, whoop.
What?
I know, how crazy is that? As you can see from the thing that I did send you, you've got a few hours worth of journey. So from Moonhaven to O2 would take about 12 hours. You could do that in a day and stop off the night in O2. Then to Ithir is 7 hours, and then over to Ithrin is 9 hours. So there's about a couple days worth of traveling, and you could even, stop part the way or whatever and just anchor up. Going downriver is a lot easier than upriver, as you can imagine.
Right, well, we have a mission on the way. It's going to require a little bit of stealth and what's like another fancy word for stealth?
Subterfuge. Says the R51.
No, they fucking don't.
Submarine.
So
That's more like it.
Tiara's going to have to stay here. I potentially might have to stay here. Could I, as first mate and ship's doctor and bosun, entrust the two of you with a stealth task?
We have no idea what it is, so it would be not good to say yes before we know what it is.
Well, you might remember, on our way here, we helped out several towns. And we did a good job.
Ozzy,
and so on the way...
that old man is not a villain.
Yes, he is. He's horrible.
No, we're leaving that old man alone.
He's a demon.
We're not doing that.
All the troubles in the area we have to kill Mr. Mumps before we leave. Okay?
No,
I don't
Holy
want to leave the
fuck.
continent with Mr. Mumps still breathing. All right?
Well, you're gonna have to, otherwise we're leaving you
I'd be happy
behind.
if he breathed in a bunch of seawater and like temporarily for like 2 minutes and then stopped forever.
Monty speaks up and says, Ozzy, my boy, I think you might be getting ahead of yourself just a little in terms of who is and isn't bad or indeed good. I think we can go past Ithrin, and if it seems as though there's a nefarious plan, perhaps we can see the idea of if it's necessary that we help people. But on the much more likely chance that there is in fact nothing going on and Mr. Mumps is just a normal person that everybody loves, we leave him alone, okay?
I think that that's okay for now, but I would like
The best
to
plan.
next time if we do end up leaving him, which if that is your will, Captain, then so be it. But I would like to next time we're back in this part of the world to check in again, because I think an apostle of an evil god who clearly has named himself maliciously after a horrible disease, it can only be up to no good, and I would just like to keep tabs on him where possible.
I understand, and I am thankful for your planning and thoughts on the situation. But like I said, for now, unless there is evidence, we do not go on assumptions.
What would I call a gut feeling, do you think? Seeing I haven't had one for a while.
You feel it in your bones.
It's just, I feel it in my bones. I do still have those. There's just kind of a,
You think that's ridiculous.
You are in fact all bones.
there's just kind of a space where my guts used to be, but a space feeling doesn't really sound right.
Yes, I guess you always would feel a bit of a pit in your stomach.
Is it a pit if it doesn't have a floor? Well, I guess I feel it up my pelvic bone, so does that count as a floor? If my bones are encased within my armor and there's one opening, is it a room?
No, we're not getting into that.
God damn it.
We're going to keep referencing this, and everyone's going to be like, what are they talking about? It's just as absurd as you could think,
We've looked
listener. It
behind
is
the
just
paywall if it's
as
going on
absurd.
Patreon.
Yeah. You want to know, you got to pay.
Like, you guys are just really into the whole, like, helping people and stuff, so I'm just trying to be really vigilant about the one guy that we know is evil. So, yes.
But that doesn't give us an excuse to kill people, my dear boy. Anyway.
Well,
You say the one guy we know.
Yes.
The one guy you suspect, you mean?
100%?
Yes, I think you are confusing your assumptions based on theories with reality.
I mean, it's pretty suspicious that the mayor
Well,
banned me from the town for suspecting him, and he's clearly got her under the thumb.
yeah, also, it is hard to describe
Your idiocy.
how it is you affect the people around you. But do trust me, now that you've been sailing under my captainship for a while, do believe me when I say, though you have the best of intentions, you don't exactly hit the mark that often.
Right. Improve my accuracy. I can work on that. I can drill. Practice.
No, accuracy
Yeah,
of
Spar with
theories.
me.
Accuracy of theories, not accuracy necessarily in the violent sense.
I will ponder that because I haven't fully understood it. So you might need to repeat it to me later again.
For now, then, we shall go downriver.
Okay, but you will check in on him while I'm not allowed off the ship.
We will discuss with them to see if you're allowed off the ship. I think if you say sorry and speak nicely, perhaps you will. But as long as you promise not to kill anybody, unless we as a group deem it necessary for an operation.
Oh no, I'm happy to stay on the ship while you guys check if he's like been infecting people with horrible disease and stuff. That's fine.
Yes.
Although I suppose I am the one who can find diseases and stuff. It's alright. It'll work. I trust you guys' ability to find stuff.
Yes. Well, let's not worry about it for now. Let's just get traveling.
Right, to Mumps' house.
Well, first to O2,
And then Mumps.
then Ithia.
Where Mumps lives. In the next town over.
No, then Ithrin. Ithrin is where Mumps lives. Anyway. Unless there's anything you want to do in Moonhaven, please God don't say there is. You start
No,
traveling.
nobody leave.
I'd like to invest in a vaccine
Start
for
traveling.
mumps.
Down the river. It's about 12 hours of journeying, and I think that obviously with these kinds of journeys, there'll be bits and pieces that we're skipping, and I'm not so bothered about going into the details unless you specifically want to. So it's a
I
12-hour
want
journey
every single bit of detail.
down the river, yes?
The town that we went to where we saved that guy from the underwater temple. When we pass by there, I would like to check in on the bounties and the current state of those.
Of course, yes. So, well, I mean, you could check in O2 as well, but you travel down. There's a couple days, unless you guys want to stop in O2, we can skip over to Ether. Take that as a confirmation.
Sure.
I'm good.
I can re-describe what the areas were like if you wish, if you have forgotten.
That's all right.
It is okay.
I'm not sure there were any shops or anything or places we were planning on returning to there.
Therefore, you have eventually you travel down the river, nice and easy. The captain piloting the ship, sailing the ship perfectly easily. Probably spend the 12 hours journeying. I imagine if you can also take the helm for a little bit, just for the easier parts of the journey, and eventually get to O2 and just port up, stay in the ship. Don't really bother with going into the town. And then the next day, the next leg of the journey over towards Ether, which is another 7 hours, which, if you remember, Ether is on the large lake, Lake Minifen, and is completely like its own little island of floating boats and platforms making the town of Ether. You dock up almost anywhere in this city. It doesn't really matter. And was there a place specifically you wanted to go to? Or were you just looking around for? I believe last time you went to the Green Marsh Inn and found the.
Yeah, it was the pub, and they gave us the new password that I didn't write down.
It's fine at this point. That mechanic is like a given. So you do have somewhere the link to the bounties, but I'm going to presume you don't have it on you. So I shall send it to you again, because even though you don't need it, it'll be useful to have it there. Bounty. So with the bounties, as you remember, you walk in and there's a person behind a screen, and on the board is all of the bounties that would be available. You'll notice there's a couple things that have changed in order of where they are, but more specifically, you see that a couple of them are vaguely on the way to where you're going. For your information, the Forwain Sea is the bits just north of Ecte and east of Alestwin, sort of as you're going. It's sort of basically the direction you're going above the Orus Islands.
Yep.
It's a fairly large sea, but that's where some of them were last seen. The Whisperfang, it seems, is now moved over to Stannis Island, which is very far away from you. Furball, the Kithoran Gap, which you could go to if you wanted to go north, but again, very out of your way. Captain 4 is in the Forwain Sea, as well as Blackwater, who's also in the Forwain Sea, and you can see that Gertank the Killer has not moved from Metricool, or at least where they were last seen. That doesn't, of course, confirm that is where they currently are.
Did we meet Terrence Bargeman
I don't think so.
or Blackwater?
No. You had plans to potentially take them down, but you have not met them.
I thought... Okay. I thought you were like, this is a sad old man. It's not worth 1,000 gold.
Perhaps. I don't remember. I know you had sort of thought about doing it, but didn't really go through with that necessarily. And then, of course, you have Spectre, who fuck knows.
Yeah, that's...
Where are they? Don't know. What do they look like? Don't know.
That's not happening unless they hit us in the face.
Okay. So I'll leave you with that link, because obviously you can write down those sorts of things. Going past Ether, unless you wanted to stop in, you move down to Ether. Well, I should say you probably sleep over again. Maybe, have a little bit of time in the pub or whatever, just to have some warm food. Actually, I guess you have warm food, but more than Niffy is able to make with the rationing supplies that you do have. And eventually get to Ithrin, where I believe, Pesto, you had wanted to restock at that point, which is probably one of your better points to restock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm giving these pauses in case anyone wants to interrupt me with anything in particular.
To be honest, I'm kind of lost where we are on the map.
This is where Mumps lives, right?
So, you've been going down the river from Moonhaven to the coast.
Oh, we're still on the red bit. Right, okay.
So what kind of shops are available here in Ithrin?
So in Ithrin, you would remember. Do you remember? There's not a lot of bigger shops. It's a very sort of general area. Obviously, you had the general store, which is owned by Mr. Mumps. There's a tavern, town hall, and various things. You don't remember if there's specifically anyone who does, woodworking or blacksmithing or any of those kinds of things. You do remember you spoke with the deputy mayor, so potentially you could ask them if you were going into port anyway. You would assume, and anybody would logically assume, that someone's doing some kind of woodworking and metalworking, probably not to like a crazy high standard, but people need nails and chairs and desks and things, and unless they're buying them from really far away up in Moonhaven or something and then bringing them over, it's likely somebody's got some kind of knowledge. But is it to the degree of a high-skilled blacksmith? You don't know.
So, let me... The thing I've been staring at over here, which you can't see me looking because my camera's off, I've been looking through all of my artificer and infusion options of what I've shared with you to see if there's anything that could act as like a decent enough security system for the ship, and that doesn't that's not an option in these. So I am left with the option of being my old scrappy mechanic-y self. So I need stuff. I need stuff that I can use in building a decent enough or like maybe even one-use security system for the ship. If we're going to be leaving it somewhere for a while over in Kugaram, I want to do a little something extra.
Sure. Well, the town would have stuff. High-quality stuff, unlikely. But stuff... And you haven't always worked with high quality stuff. Stuff is a stuff. I mean, stuff is a stuff. Stuff is a stuff. Stuff is a thing that you can find in a place like Ithrin. And at the very least,
luckily, as a Mapok, I am proficient in scroungecraft.
I love it.
Which means I can construct crude but functional tools or adventuring gear worth 30 GP or less, even functional as a disguise if clothing.
If clothing.
And yeah, it's up to GM discretion. Materials. Make the materials permanent with 8 hours of work.
I think the point is, you can go into town and see what's up.
Yes,
if you're going to be restocking anyway.
Yeah, but I don't know how much detail you want from me of how the security system works right now. But right now I just kind of want, like, I don't know, simple deterrence.
You also did get a bunch of materials that you were planning to use on TR-51, but you could repurpose.
Well, I'm also going to do that. It's a long trip. I've got some projects, so I need additional stuff like bell bearings, caltrops, stuff like that I can load into little mechanisms. Yeah.
Okay. Well, travel is going well down the Fairy River, with the current pulling you along comfortably with minimal effort needed by the sails. A small adjustment is needed every now and again to avoid the shallows and the rocks, but generally the current leads you towards the center of the river where it is safest. It is not long before you can see the sprawling coast of Ithrin appearing on the northern riverbanks. You can see the residents are going about their days, paying you no mind, all except for one figure, that of a large, dusty grey direwolf. This direwolf appears to have noticed your vessel and is chasing down the banks, barking loudly in your direction.
We know this.
At first, you may think this to be a playful interaction, but as you get closer, you can see the fur of this beast is matted with blood, and it's limping on its front leg. The barks are evidently that of panic, trying to gain your attention from the shore.
We know this dog.
Do we?
Yeah. Guys, we have to help this dog!
I mean, I'm down to help anyway, but how do we know it?
They were, I don't remember what they were called. Like, the only people they have to guard this place. The direwolf is one of them.
Oh, like the warden people?
Yeah, the wardens.
You mean those stuck-up people who just sat in their nice cushy lodge and didn't help us with that demon?
They were nice for us. They had their own job to do.
We were very suspicious of at least one of them.
Don't include all of us in that. You were.
No, I think actually it was you that was the most suspicious of their, like, archer person, I think.
Who's steering the ship currently?
As these two are arguing on the deck, Niffy, you're like, oh, for goodness sake. You look back to the captain who's steering the ship, and the captain just isn't there. The ship is currently not being helmed by anybody.
Jesus.
Cool, I'll jump on the helm and I will try and safely steer it in.
Give me a vehicle water handling check. Are you proficient in water vehicles?
Aren't we all?
Doesn't say that I am, because then I don't know if this has been updated or not.
I don't think you are. So it would be just a... what is it usually based on? I mean, it's just a proficiency, so it would be just a 20, but I'll allow you to add your intelligence to it.
Intelligence.
Yes.
It's an 18.
18, you're fine. You know the simple stuff, and it's just press the right buttons, pull the right levers, and it slowly comes into the dock. It's quite an easy dock to come into because there's not a lot of boats. As you just come into dock, because the two of them are still arguing on the deck.
Guys,
What?
Well, what's up? What's going on?
are we gonna get off and help?
Yeah, wait, did you park it? Wait, do we park ships?
I docked the ship, yeah.
Oh, cool, I'm jumping off.
And I just want to say, I did it better than Captain did, so...
I didn't even notice, that was great. I'm jumping off.
Where is he?
You dock up in the harbour, and the direwolf immediately comes up to the side of your ship, still barking away in a panic. You look back to where the captain should have been, and there is no captain.
I'm going to run to the back of the ship and look to see if he's flapping around in the water.
Give me a perception.
For my skills perception, that is a 19.
And you do not see any flapping around or splashing. You just see the wake of your boat slowly calming down.
I'm going to take out my slumbering dragon vessel, say potion of healing in it, and try to get the direwolf to drink from the it's like a dragon's horn or a big old dragon's tooth that's been hollowed out.
Sure, well, so you put down
Before you
the
do that,
gangplank.
do you know what I want me to do to your wound?
You guys were still on the boat. I jumped off the boat to help the dog.
Wait, did you literally jump off, or are you putting down the gangplank first?
I jumped off the fucking boat.
Please give me an acrobatics.
Okay. Don't ignore me thinking I'm joking. I'm not. I'm never joking. Never.
Around, and Pesto's just like,
Woo! Acrobatics, you say?
yes.
17.
You land pretty fine. Just go do a little roll, a little mop-up roll, as the direwolf comes over to you and just like immediately goes like downwards in a very submissive pose and drinks up the healing potion, which seems to help with some of these wounds. As you look, you can see, as it's taking a little drink, you see a lot of this blood isn't actually seemingly from this direwolf. A lot of it seems to be blood from other sources, but there are still cuts and stuff, and the leg that was it was limping on, it puts a bit more pressure on and seems to heal it up fairly nicely, not perfectly.
Guys, come on! I think they want to take us somewhere.
Can we get the gangplank down first? Or do you expect us all to jump off like that?
You guys are the ones still up there, so do it.
I'll get the plank out.
Right, TR, where are you?
Hello.
I'm temporarily deputizing you. Your deputy bosun until I return.
I have your son.
Anyone who approaches the ship who is not one of the members of the regular crew, destroy them immediately. If the captain returns, tell him that we've gone off to help those warden people that he met and wasn't too keen on last time we were here.
Okay,
Right, repeat those instructions back to me.
I will kill.
Okay, great. Right, let's go.
I'm convinced.
Which way are we going?
I'll look the direwolf in the eyes and say, "All right, show us where to go. We're going. We're helping."
I love T.I. He's my favourite.
Yeah, if you start moving, it does the very dog thing of like immediately bolts off, but then like goes too far and then runs a little bit back to make sure that you're still following, and then runs off again. And
Hell yeah.
but yeah, she leads you north through the town up to the Pathwarden's Lodge. Somewhere that you have been previously, so of course you would recognize up in the north. A sturdy, 2-story timber and stone structure nestled at the edge of the northern woods, facing the northwestern path into the forest. Weathered shingles, thick beams, and carved lintels speak of decades of use, but it seems to be kept in good order, functional, but not flashy. You can hear, as you're approaching it, the barking dogs. They barked last time, they bark this time, but no one comes out to calm them, as was what happened last time. But the direwolf, who, until you can remember the name of, I will not name, charges up to the front door and obviously seems determined for you to sort of, go inside.
All right, Camellia.
Camellia sat, by the way, like so much bigger than you, Buster.
Oh yeah, giant.
The door is locked, which implies, of course, that people left and locked it up, or they could be inside and locked it up. But either way, it is not an open door.
I'll pull out my all-purpose tool, shake it a second, and turn it into lockpicks, and
Sure.
do a thing.
Give me a lockpicking check.
18.
Unfortunately, you do not manage to unpick the lock.
Ozzy,
Yeah.
lockpicks didn't work, so we gotta go in loud.
All right. I'll break down the door with my pickaxe.
Roll me some damage, because you don't need to roll to attack.
I will do it with my extra force damage, which makes it with an extra d6.
It's gonna be like someone cut their finger while chopping up carrots for dinner or something.
Just smash down the door. They're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's automatically a crit because it's an object that I'm hitting with my thing.
Thing.
At minimum, 18 damage plus 32 damage to the door.
Pesto says Ozzy, and Ozzy's like, sure, one swing. It just explodes into a splinter, just shatters. There is no
Dust the door.
Just, it disappears into the building.
Looks like there was never even a door there.
Right, okay. If he's evil, by if I mean he is evil, that's what I'm going to do.
Stop thinking about Mr. Mumps.
We're in his territory. He's clearly up to something.
Fucking God, what's in the house?
As the door blasts open, Camellia charges inside and seems to be searching around, sniffing the air. You cannot see anyone immediately. The fire is not lit. Nothing is disturbed or broken. Doesn't seem like the place has been upturned as you peek inside. But there is no noise from anyone, and there is certainly no one saying, "Excuse me, why did you break down my door?"
Oh, that's good. At least nobody's upset with us.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. Ozzy's around. But then, as Camellia like charges around and doesn't find anyone, then comes back to you, sort of expectantly, like, fix the problem.
Expecting what? I guess I will perceive or try to perceive something that looks off.
Where? Because it's a big building.
Unless anybody else with better perception would like to do that.
Where is Camellia at the moment?
Wherever Pesto is, which is most likely just standing in the central area. I will redescribe it to you, so you are aware. So, you go through the thick oak door. The main hall is a long rectangular space with an open timber ceiling and a smooth stone floor, well worn by muddy boots. To the left are a few heavy wooden tables standing along the left side of the room, used for meals, meetings, or simply catching one's breath. Several desks and map stands sit against the walls, scattered with scrolls, charcoal sketches, and beast-spotting ledgers. There's 3 doors on the left-hand side. The back left corner, there is a narrow hall, and the center of the room in front of you, there is a large stone fireplace. On the right-hand wall, there is a staircase that rises along the right wall, going to the open balcony-style second floor, of which there are lots of doors up the top. So you'd be standing sort of in the entrancey area, sort of an open space, and that's where Camellia would have come back to you, too.
I would like to take a look at the beast spotting ledgers for the most recent entry to see how recently it was filled out.
Sure, give me an investigation.
Not good. 5.
5. These are written in some kind of weird format. You don't understand the dating. You can't work out when these were last written.
I think this cover says Fantastic Beasts and Where to Handle Them. Seems terrible. And I think there's some unsavory stuff in here.
I'll just look at Camellia and say, do you have Tansy's scent?
Sort of like still like expecting to you, like looks around a little bit, but doesn't seem to kind of react as though somewhere to go.
You know what? I'm going to speak with animals to try and talk.
Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it?
I don't know. It's all just doing what I do.
So I will cast it and just be like,
Yes.
what's wrong? What's going on?
You cast it and immediately you just hear this like panicked verbal diarrhea, just like
Okay. I can't understand the word you're actually saying right now. For me to help you, you need to calm down for 2 seconds. How about, okay, tree, squirrel, chocolate, fuck up.
Meanwhile, the rest of you, like, there's this dog just like pathetically whining, and Niffy just goes, "Shut the fuck up."
I do apologize for being rude, but I need you to take a breather and explain to me what's going on.
Hang on,
Who's gone?
everyone,
Gone where?
missing.
Oh, she dumb. Oh no.
How long has it been?
2 dinner
Can
times.
dogs
dinner
perceive
times.
time?
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, how would they perceive time?
Yeah.
2 foods.
2 foods. Morning food, late food?
Just stares at you.
How many dark?
Yes.
Food before dark?
Food.
Food after dark?
Food.
Right, so they've either been gone for 2 days or 1 day. Can't quite work out how many times they've been fed in a day.
So I want you to know, for perspective, the intelligence score of Camellia is lower than that of TR.
Fuck,
Okay.
we're screwed.
Can you still smell them?
No.
When they first went, could you smell them?
Sort of cocks the head.
Why were they bloody?
Attacked.
Why have you got blood on... Okay,
Oh,
I forgot that they could hear you.
they speak Chichi.
They're talking to Goku's wife. I don't have any of my like tracking stuff.
How long does Speak with Animals last?
10 minutes.
Yeah. 10 minutes. So you got a little bit.
Guys, I need help. This is hard work trying to get the information.
We don't know what they're saying. Only you do. I don't.
No.
How do we help?
I have just repeated it to you. They've either been missing for 1 day or 2 days, depending.
Are you communicating with that thing?
Because...
It's a dog, not a thing.
No, I'm talking to myself, you... Yes, Ozzy. I'm communicating.
Fuck. It's impressive. I'm not really keen on dogs because, you know, I'm made of bones.
I'm not really keen on you, but I said I'll communicate with you.
And, like, you're made of bones as well, but you've got, like, covering and stuff.
What were they attacked by?
What were you attacked by again?
Don't know.
They don't know.
Describe it.
Describe it.
Appear, disappear.
Appear, disappear.
Wow, they are really giving us nothing.
Yeah.
All right. What happened immediately before they appeared?
What happened before they appeared?
Tracking.
Tracking. Tracking what?
Right.
Circle.
Tracking circle. You were tracking in a
What?
circle or you were tracking a circle?
Yes.
Fuck my life.
Right. And where were they tracking? Can you take us there?
Can you take us where you were tracking?
Yes.
Go.
Runs.
Right. Now that we've gotten rid of the dog, let's have a look back through some.
I'm going after him.
Yeah, I'm following the dog.
As you charge out of the front door, you notice walking up the path towards the lodge, it's up to you whether you ignore them or not, is the deputy mayor, Tasman Lutch, the half-elf that you had interacted with previously.
I'll yell out, Camellia, to try to get her to stop.
Just like, you think charge too far, and then there's just this just charges straight into you.
Hi, Councilwoman Larch. Hi.
Looks down and is like, you certainly do know how to make an entrance.
Well, we don't want you to forget us.
Camellia kind of chased our ship down at the docks, so we ran straight here.
I've pieced some of the bits together. Don't stress.
Do you have any idea what happened to the wardens?
Well,
Yes, there's some horrible disease affecting your like area.
it just like looks up and has this like, oh god, Aussie. I can give you a bit of context, but I can't tell you what happened to them. I can tell you sort of what they were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they've been missing a couple days.
So it was.
I was coming up here because I've not made an official statement yet because we're just investigating privately because I don't want to panic the public. Because if the public knows that we're technically unprotected, that's a whole different situation to be in. But I mean, realistically, I'm kind of glad you're here because I think tomorrow morning I was going to have to call the local guild, and that's just a whole thing.
Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, they were pretty good to us when we were here, so
The guild?
be nice to at least find them. No, the wardens.
Oh, the wardens, the path wardens. Basically, one of the residents noticed something odd in the forest, somewhere up north, whilst they were out walking. I think they described a clearing had appeared, but like obviously violently, like some kind of explosion had gone off. Like all the trees were all pushed over and stuff.
The circle.
And I mean, it must be something pretty aggressive because they're sturdy growths. Those trees, they've been around for a long time. Knocking them over is no small feat. Well, anyway, a couple of days ago, the wardens went out to check it, obviously. That's about the last I've heard of them. Except, of course, Camellia here, but, I mean, she's just turned up the same time you have.
She was covered in blood. Some of it her own, some of it not.
Yeah, I'm unsure what's happened. Maybe she'd been in the forest, but she didn't come back either. We went out to the clearing, or at least where it said we were told the clearing was, but I could not find that clearing for the life of us. I'm not sure what happened. We've been searching around, trying to see if the location was wrong or whatever, but there's nothing but trees and animals. And I was going to come along and offer to give you a key to the lodge. Just looks past you, but
We found one.
We thought it.
Yeah.
Thought it may be more of a rush than it turned out to be.
We'll discuss that later. For now,
It was a really good key and a really shitty lock.
for now, I can just give you the location. Well, I mean, I think Camellia seems to know, but I can tell you where
Camellia
we
was
were
taking
told.
us.
But
All right, yeah. I mean, we'll just follow Camellia. She was taking us there before we ran into you.
yeah. I mean, I'd offer to help, but I'll be honest, I don't think there's much I can do that you can't already.
Yeah, maybe.
Am I allowed back into the town?
Listen, let's
I'm doing you a bit of a favour here.
just sort this out, and then we can discuss whether or not I'm happy for you to be around here.
Oh, okay, let's leave it, guys.
I'm going to put it under necessary evil.
Alright, so that sounds like a yes.
Not the town. Yes, they're helping.
I will try and keep it under control.
If we
see
need
where
to
that
go into the
leads us.
town and I'm not allowed, then, it's less likely to be able to help.
I'll be honest, if you need to go into the town, I will imagine it's for stuff that involves the brain, and I think they'll be fine without you.
You know what? You are now my favourite person.
That's rude, isn't it? Just because I don't have a brain. It's rude. That's
You know
like...
what they say: no shirts, no shoes, no brains.
No flesh, no service. No, I'm kidding.
Mhm.
You can't discriminate against me because I'm lacking grey matter.
I am not
It's-
discriminating against you because you lack grey matter. I'm discriminating
I've heard
against you
about people like
because
you.
you are in fact coming up with all sorts of theories to try and kill members of our town.
Oh, I think he's actually truly mentally ill there, even though there's no mental to speak of. I think this is an actual conviction of his.
I'm trying to learn it. it wasn't really focused on.
I'm kind of worried about
Listen, I don't have the time to worry about your shit right now.
Yeah, you know what? You're
I
right.
will be so thankful if you're able to help us. Honestly, very helpful, very thankful. Because the next choice is the Adventurers Guild, and Lord knows that they'll fuck us over.
You don't want that.
So
yeah.
please, let's deal with this situation, and then after that, we can discuss whether or not it is safe for Ozzy to be in the town.
I already think it's not safe. I will try my best to keep it under control.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be attacked if there's lots of people like her here. It's not very safe for me.
You know what? I really agree with what they are saying about you, Ozzy. So how about you just listen for once in your life and don't try and kill people. Do the right thing and just follow along.
I mean, I'm pretty good at the following stuff.
All right, I'm gonna follow Camellia. Hopefully, you two also follow.
Oh, I'm following. Don't you worry.
Councilwoman, we will. Yeah, you stay safe. So at least one person who knows about all this doesn't also go missing. We'll do our best to come back.
If you see the captain, send him our way.
Sure.
Yeah, he disappeared
now,
again.
I've got to work out how to sort out the town without anyone being around. Luckily, we don't have much crime at all.
Yeah, if you know of.
Otherwise, we'd be in a much different situation. Yeah. I shouldn't.
Bye, following the dog.
Has Ozzy got any form of clothing on?
He'll have his armor.
I'm always covered in armor.
Cool. Niffy will just grab a bit of Ozzy's armor and start walking, as if to drag Ozzy with.
That's where I was leaving. I was doing it.
Yeah, you're already leaving. All right, and wanders off as you head into the forest. As you start to charge forwards, Camellia starts picking up quite quickly, obviously charging towards whatever location it is in the middle of the forest, and you move quite far towards the north, maybe 5 or 10 minutes of a jog. Pesto, your legs are quite short. You're going to have to travel quite quickly, unfortunately.
I'll take out my hoverboard.
True, and then you're doing sick tricks over all the trees and flips and, all that kind of stuff.
I'm
grinding. The trees, yeah. And eventually, Camellia stops and starts sniffing around in a seemingly unimportant area. There is no clearing. There is no evidence of a clearing. It is just a spot that Camellia has stopped.
I will have faith in the under 4 intelligence dog and investigate that spot.
Sure. Give me that investigation. Anyone else is willing can do that as well. As you look at it, the forest looks pretty normal. A set of trees crowded together, letting slits of lights filter through from above, which, to be fair to itself, is quite beautiful.
That's a very dirty 20.
A very disgustingly dirty 20. That's because you've been clambering through the forest.
Correct.
As you look closer, you can see that something is off. It's like the air has a static to it, like lingering magic, and the light filtering down seems to be disrupted at random points by some sort of haze. And as you stare even closer, you realize that the surrounding forest in this area, it's all wrong. The trees are copies of trees nearby. The grass appears to repeat in patterns, like this section in front of you is being mirrored by the surrounding area. It is tactile. You can walk in it, you can touch it, you can feel the trees, but it is almost, it looks fabricated, even though it feels real.
All right, detect magic.
Sure.
I'm just going to set up in the spot and begin my ritual.
Sure. There's not a lot of space, but you are very small, so you start that 10 minutes. What are the other two of you? Camellia just lays down next to you.
Can I still communicate?
Commute. You can commute if you want. It's quite a long way. It would have been post 10 minutes by now.
I will assume a ready stance, assuming that some large, circular, possibly spherical monster is going to come out and attack us. I will also keep an eye on the sky for any more of this weirdness in case a meteor suddenly drops on us.
Just circle things.
That is a spherical thing that would cause a large impact in a clearing that would knock over trees.
Hmm.
Especially if it was larger than, say, something the size of an apple.
Closure.
So, yes, and then depending on what we find with this detect magic, I can dispel magic. But it will depend on what it is that we find.
Sure. Niffy?
I don't really know. I mean, I can speak with animals, speak with plants to get more of a lowdown. But
What can do you like?
I don't really know.
If you don't really know, try that. Sounds interesting, at least.
Yeah, I'm just randomly gonna cast speak with plants,
Sure. You can speak with plants.
and I kind of just look like a fucking Looney Tune, standing like, "Hi, can any of you here understand me?"
You speak to the trees around you, and this serene spot, this lovely area with the light filtering down, even though there obviously are some oddities around the place. And as you speak to just a random tree in front of you, you get back this horrific screeching and like an overdriven speaker kind of noise that just like blares in your head, like speakers breaking as they scream, just to you, of course. One of the more painful things, like your head immediately hurts.
Mm-hmm. I would just end up like bending over double in a ball type thing, almost crying from the pain.
Yeah, you'll just see you see Niffy be like, "Oh, hello tree, how are you today?" And just falls over, just like screaming in pain. I mean, you can dispel that spell as you wish, I believe.
I believe so. You guys probably just think I've smoked too much shit by now.
Yeah, she's off on one.
You normally don't scream when you smoke too much, so maybe not.
I randomly stood in the middle of where we were and went, "Can any of you hear me?" Ah!
Collapse to the ground. As you do that, Camellia runs over to you, and obviously you get rid of the speak with plants to stop the noise, and when he's just nuzzling into you, trying to see if you're okay.
I kind of give her a hug to reassure her.
Yeah, she lays down, leaving her head resting on your chest, which is actually quite heavy, but
Niffy, what happened?
I tried to speak with the tree. Ow!
Please tell me that was a spell and you're not losing it. Do we have another curse to remove?
Yeah, what's a tree gonna tell you?
What? More than you fucking do.
Oh, you never ask me questions. You just sort of tell me to do stuff.
Because I don't really want to know much from you.
Well, then there you go. That's why I don't tell you very much. Yeah, what did the tree say?
Then we both win, don't we? You don't tell me anything, I don't want to know anything.
Did it say, "Oh, there's some squirrels that keep doing a poo in me, and I don't like it"? Or
I'm just thinking back to the time you were laying on the beach while we were fixing up the ship, and you tried to talk to Driftwood, and
that was different.
Yeah, but you see why
it looked like it could talk. Okay.
See why I need clarification, though.
It had a mouth. It looked like it could talk.
Is that one of these situations?
No, this is one of. I tried to talk to the tree because I can talk to trees. Sometimes, if I cast the right spell before you think I'm losing the plot again.
Okay, thank you. I was waiting for the clarification of it is a spell.
It's a spell. However, they just screamed at me and burst my in-head eardrums.
I mean, that is where everyone's eardrums are, if they so have them.
I mean, to be fair, Ozzy's eardrums aren't in his head.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I said, if they have them. If they're cursed with such an affliction. Oh, can I just check, Niffy? We live on a ship made out of tree, made with a guy who was a tree, named after the guy who was a tree, and we're just now finding out that you can talk to trees. Do I have that right? You could have just talked to the ship at any point?
I don't know if it works on the ship, because the ship is no longer a tree.
I mean, who decides what is and what isn't a tree?
But
Pesto, you get to the end of your ritual, and you're effectively flashbanged with every type of magic phasing in and out from every direction at the same time, hitting your eyeballs.
I'm also now
Pesto collapses
screaming.
over.
I turn it off.
Yep.
Did you talk to the trees too?
No, I looked at them.
These trees have quite a potty mouth for you guys to be like reacting like this.
There's a
Is it a fleshy thing?
no. There's like I don't know what else to call it aside from like a magical singularity in this spot.
It was a bit like breaking my in-head eardrums.
Stop specifying in head.
Just so that you feel a bit better about this, Niffy. The next guy that we kill, I'm going to extract his eardrums and give them to you so that you have some out-of-head eardrums.
Oh God.
Okay?
Don't
And that will
you
make you
fucking
feel better
dare.
about this whole in-head eardrums thing. It won't sound quite
It's
so
in
stupid.
my head. It's not my actual eardrum. My eardrums are here.
Your eardrums are in your head?
My in-head eardrums. As you keep tapping her head.
These are your eardrums, those are your there drums.
Exactly.
You feel like you're stuck in the doldrums.
See? The invisible god GM man understands.
Nautical.
The voice in the sky. Wait, there's voices in the sky?
My in-head eardrums.
All right.
Right, shall I just try and get rid of all this magic then?
Yes.
I struggle to imagine how you would do it. Hold on a second.
Do it.
I'm gonna pull down the goggles and flip through the lenses until I see something, and like can analyze it without being flashbanged. Maybe.
So you don't get a lot from doing that, but what you can tell is that where you're standing is just like there is just chaos of magic. There is no like singular magical anything. It's just like flickering around of all different sorts of magic arcing around. It's a weird hotspot. It doesn't look like it's a lot of converging magic. It looks like it is a singular point of magic. It's just not settled into any type of magic.
A singularity. Am I able to do anything with that? I have no idea.
Guys, I think we're a bit fucked. Why don't we just take the wolf and go?
Oh well, their owners are missing. This dog's mine now.
I mean, I can just try and get rid of it, if you want.
I truly have no idea what that could do.
Just do it.
And that seems like the most destructive method, and I feel like there's still a few more things we can do before we go there.
Like what?
Well, it kind of...
Uh-huh.
Have you ever put
Uh-huh.
a bunch of scrap and string into your pocket in like a specific way, and then you try to pull it out and it's all tangled?
I think you know what you have.
No.
It kind of looks like that, but magic. So I'm thinking, what if we can somehow untangle it?
Untangle it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you find the end of the string.
Uh-huh.
Go on then, go find it.
Okay, I'm gonna look back at it with these goggles and see if I can, if there's any,
Yeah, you start analyzing the everything again.
if I can find part of something I recognize in that singularity and try to manipulate it magically.
If you're happy to wait a day, I could cast see invisibility and see if that would do something.
I don't think it would.
Right.
Niffy will just sit down and spark up.
Yep. The trees start talking to you, but that's nothing to do with magic.
I told you they could talk.
We haven't explored anything past here. We just kind of got here and went, wow, what do we do? So do we want to explore further around?
You can if you want. I'm going to try to figure this out.
Okay, I'm going to reach into my grey bag of tricks, remove a small fuzzy object, which becomes a ball.
Okay,
I now
a ball appears.
have a ball here that listens to me, and it lasts until the next door or until it is killed. And I'm going to tell it to run around to see if it notices anything particularly strange. If it seems to be dying along the way, to scream loudly, and to do that in a spiral outwards from this position for the next half an hour. After half an hour, come back if it hasn't found anything, or to come back sooner if it has found something.
Sure, it just charges off.
All right, goodbye, Hammy the ball.
Everyone give me an Arcana with advantage, since that is the entire point of those goggles.
Yippee! Natural 20, baby. For a 28.
Natural 20. There is no end, there is no beginning, there is nothing to untangle, because your initial thought that it's a bunch of different strings tangled up are very quickly realigned to this is more like you got a bunch of different colored Play-Doh, mashed it all together, and then you're now thinking of trying to separate it into its colors again. It's just not something you can do because they are mashed.
I don't know. It's not really anything I can do with that. I guess try to dispel it.
All right, I'll do that.
Sure. What does your dispel magic look like?
Well, if my remove curse was to kind of like pull the kind of smoky chains or like oozy chains out, I would say that dispel magic is much more like going back to Ozzy's origins, where he sort of like, you know how like a mime might pull like a rope out of a little bag.
Sure.
He's gonna do that, but with like what will appear in his hands is like a sort of very worn, slightly torn in places fishing net, and he's going to kind of
Okay.
cast it out in the area, and then as it falls, it'll kind of come back into him as though he were pulling in a catch, like when he were a lad, and inside will be hopefully a little ball of magic that just sort of swims away into the earth or something.
You catch all the magical fish in the air. Now, yes, you cast out this sort of, I guess, illusory net, catch all the magical effects. And Pesto, this is whilst you're looking at everything, you can almost see this magic like get drawn in towards Ozzy and then kind of just like dissipate into nothingness.
As I'm doing that, Alex, sorry, I will say, right, and if this doesn't work, I've got these two dogs.
The illusion fades, flickering out like it's running out of power, being drawn in towards Ozzy, revealing the clearing you had been told about. You can tell that they weren't kidding when they said something powerful must have affected the area, as the huge trees around you have all been pushed sideways, toppling them at their roots, crashing down into the forest itself. The grass on the ground is dead, almost burned and scarred, but the most notable thing is the body laying in the center. Scratched and torn, with one arm almost separated from the torso, you can see the lanky frame of one of the junior wardens you met before. What was once short, neat, blonde hair is messy and matted, and his kind face is twisted, locked in fear.
Locked in fear because his name's Lockspur?
I'm telling you shit.
I wrote them down.
Except his name is Larkspur, so...
Well, you're not sending us all the spellings anymore, so I have to just write down what I hear.
Which I think is actually an incredible way of having names in D&D, because that's exactly how it would work in real life. Anyway.
Yeah, so don't correct me.
You have indeed just found the dead body of one of the junior wardens that you previously met.
Oh, it's Geladirge.
What? No, it's Lockspur.
Oh, that's right. It's Lopunny.
Whoever it is, it's not. We need to sort this. I will go over. Is there any chance I could at least close their eyes?
I mean, yeah, they seem pretty locked up and rigid. They've evidently been here a couple days. It's not like pretty, but you can kind of at least try to put them in a bit more of a decent-ish position. It's a bit awkward with their arm like mostly hanging off.
Yeah, just want to give them some after.
Yeah, and Camellia comes over and whines a little bit and sort of lays down.
I'll kind of give her a bit of a pat.
Right, well, if we wait a day, I can ask this chap some questions.
Well, that would be the only thing I can really think to do here. But, I mean, waiting another day means the other people may have died. So,
Well, I'll tell you what, now that all this like illusion stuff is worn off, there's probably more to find. So Hammy the Boar might come back soon with something. But why don't we why don't I check over the body for like stab wounds or something? Niffy, do you want to like examine to see if you can find any tracks and stuff? And Pesto, do you want to see if you can track down any like residual magic that may be like not the illusion that's trailing off somewhere? Or I've got these 2 dogs. maybe we then have 3 dogs.
I'll look for residuals.
Sure, give me a investigation or arcana, up to you.
I'll use the goggles
Sure.
and get advantage on that arcana. 25.
Niffy,
I will look for trap.
give me a survival.
17.
I did hear that 25, Rowan. I will resolve them all at the same time. Yeah, give me a survival, and Ozzy was going to search the body, so you can give me an investigation if you wish.
Sure,
Or medical.
I was
if you
aiming for
want to.
medicine, if that's okay.
Yeah, you can do medicine, of course.
17 for me.
So 17, 17, and 25. Wonderful. You do not find any tracks, Niffy. Unfortunately, it just seems to disappear into the woods, and you think, I mean, there could be. I mean, that's actually a lie. You do find some tracks, but they're the boar tracks of the boar that you sent off. In terms of the body, what you said you're looking for specifically something for the medical check.
I used stab wounds as the example, but I was looking for more like
Yeah.
cause of death.
Yeah, it seems the tear of the arm is from magical impact. There's a lot of like magical scarring on this body as you search it a bit more. This wasn't stabbed with swords and blades and sliced and such. This was attacked with magic or magical spells and effects. Pesto, you put down these goggles and have a look around the clearing, and as you get to the edges, you can see that the illusion you saw before does seem to trail into the forest, leaving this odd haze like a faint iridescent smoke hanging in the air.
There's a trail.
Let's follow it.
Great job, Pisto. This is why you're the tracker.
The magic tracker. I'll walk on.
Yeah. Following the trail is difficult, but it is definitely possible as you're led further and further into the dense forest. At certain points, you seem to lose it and then try to find it again. It's not quick progress, but it is progress nonetheless. As you're following it, the trees start to get harder and harder to traverse around, with very little space to maneuver, and the light from above fading, with the thick canopy blocking the suns.
We will pull out our ghost lights.
Party ghost lights helps
I
you
won't.
see.
Hell
Just a little
yeah. I knew
Just
you
a little
loved
bit.
me. You just
I-
show it in a strange
I
way.
never take the ghost light.
In the darkness, the green of the ghost light glowing off Pesto's gigantic eyes. It's just terrifying. Eventually, however, the forest thins again, leading you to a very odd sight indeed. It's a clearing, in the middle of which there is a very stereotypical wizard's tower. A tall, thin tower of grey stone reaching above into the canopy, and a pointed red roof at the top. The less stereotypical feature is its apparent difficulty with aligning properly with this material plane. Its form seems to shift and flicker, with parts of it glitching in and out of reality. But there is one constant that is unmoving and unchanging: the front door. The door doesn't look special. It's a wooden door with large metal hinges banding across the front, but evidently something is special about it, as it is unaffected by this strange magic. The tower doesn't move around, it's just its form flickers and very like stereotypical something not working in a game kind of,
Yeah, or like a permanent heat haze around it or something.
Yeah. And it has very much the same. It's a bit more like chaotic than just a heat haze. It's a bit more like blocky and bits like sort of
Glitchy.
displacing and glitchy. Yeah, but it has, as you look through the goggles, the same magical chaos that you found prior.
So it's from Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, what's her name?
Penelope.
Yes, but she's not called Penelope, is it? It's a pun on something to do with candy.
Mm.
She's Penelope von Schweetz.
Penelope von Schweetz.
Great movie. And you know what? Sarah Silverman does a great job voice acting.
It's a very good movie. Anyway, yes, it's just there. There's nothing other than the glitchiness, nothing moving, nothing changing, nothing approaching you. It's just kind of there.
Is this only in the goggles, or is this?
No, everyone can see it.
Oh, cool. I'm just gonna go up to the door and knock on it.
As you get close to the tower, you can see that the door has a lock on it. A very simple, very normal lock. And you knock on the door. There is no answer. You can hear a slight humming coming from like the entire tower, like it's vibrating in the air.
Okay, before I get yelled at, I'm just gonna try to open the door.
The door is locked. Apparently,
Okay.
It does not open.
Just cool.
You're suddenly just like,
yeah.
just in case.
I'll try to. Can I investigate the door to see if it's got magical traps on it using the goggles?
That would be Arcana, but yes.
The goggles.
19.
19. I mean, it doesn't look like it is, but there is a lot of chaotic magic around. It's very difficult to pinpoint anything in particular. The door itself appears to be shrouded similarly in this chaotic magic, which is obviously quite difficult to look at, but through the goggles you can control that a bit more. There is no outlying, stronger, what would it be,
Abjurative?
abjuration. I was going to say aberration, but that's to do with plants. Abjurative magic. But that doesn't mean it's not there. It's just everything's there. You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like staring at the sun and thinking there isn't any green light. It's just there's everything.
I'll try to lockpick it. Why not?
There is no green light.
Sure. Green doesn't exist.
Exactly.
That is cocked. That is not cocked. That is 24.
Don't use your cock. And you do manage to unlock it. It's relatively simple. It just seems to be a normal lock, you know? The casual, putting the tension, feel around, and eventually...
Easier than the Warden's Lodge?
About the same.
Well, the door's open. Who wants to go in first? Ozzy? Ozzy, you want to go in first, right?
Well, it's unlocked. Are you opening the door?
It's unlocked. Ozzy, do you want to open the door, right?
No, maybe don't want to.
Yeah, it just looks so heavy, and, you know, I'm just a little guy, so...
You're scared.
No?
I shall open it.
Open the door. The door swings open, and the inside is somehow even more odd than the outside. The inside is not flickering in and out like the outside. It seems to instead be flickering between three distinct rooms, cycling through like someone changing the channels on a TV, holding onto each room for a few seconds before changing. The first room is a simple stone room, circular in shape with a diameter of around 30 feet. It's hard to tell with the quick time. It seems to be empty, other than a door at the other side. The second room is a simple tavern of some kind with nobody inside, a very small bar on the other side, and you can see faintly there is something written on the bar, but it is too far away to see what. The third room is a small stone room which seems to have 6 levers, 2 on every wall that isn't the one with the door you were looking through. And it just keeps flicking between these, maybe holding on to, like I said, for a few seconds, maybe 6 seconds, and then changing.
Can we... That was a lot of words. Can we...
I'm glad I'm not the only one with a broken brain right now.
Well, when Alex starts saying numbers, my brain shuts down.
I said 1, 2, and 3.
That was enough numbers to
I
break.
said 1,
No.
2, and 3.
It was in the last room. Yeah, to have 6 levers, 2 on every wall. That's too
There you
many
go.
numbers and different variations. It left my brain.
See, there's even 30 foot in that whole sentence. That's another number.
Yeah, measurement too? Jesus.
I expect too much from you guys. I did consider just like putting down put the shape in the right hole puzzle, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you'd still fail.
Probably.
There's too many shapes here. What do you think we are?
These shapes have different number sides, and it's making me think of numbers, and I don't know what size it is, and now I'm confused.
I just take the lid off and put them all in together.
That's what you want to do with this campaign. Do you want to just like skip to the end of this little bit? We'll go over all this and just
That's a great idea. Let's do that. I vote yes.
Okay, I shall skip to which line? Let's see.
And then everybody dies.
There it is. You are all knocked unconscious.
Okay, good night.
Well, I don't know what's happening, and I'm not. I don't know what to do with this. I'm just when it flashes to the first room, I'm gonna go in.
Sure. The simple stone room, the circular one.
Yeah.
Sure. Are you going alone, or is everyone following you?
Oh. I'm not their
I mean,
keeper.
that wasn't really a question for you. It was more of like an expanded question.
Yeah, but it was like directed at me. It was.
I'm following Pesto.
Yeah. Okay. The two of you charge in, and
I couldn't work out if I was going to follow Pesto or wait for the final room.
I'm going to just assume Ozzy goes in as well.
No, we leave Ozzy outside.
The three of you charge into this room. And as you enter the room, nothing special seems to happen apart from, obviously, the door behind you shutting violently. The room is quiet and has no windows, but there is a single door on the other side. But before you can react to the relative normality of the space, there is a puff of smoke in front of you, as a smaller than average goblin appears, facing the other way. It sniffs, scratches its butt, turns around, and immediately seems to panic and charge at you. Roll for initiative.
I truly thought you were gonna say it turns around and says, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it hasn't said anything yet.
Yeah, but it feels like the opportunity's gone. You know.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I missed the what the fuck goblins.
19.
Neffy.
21.
And Ozzy is going to get, I don't know, his modifiers. 3. You do also have Camellia.
Amelia's not fighting.
Camellia.
We're not going to worry about her fight with us.
Camellia.
All I said is that Camellia is there.
No.
Camelia's her own dog, okay? She can do whatever she wants.
Niffy, you are first up in the initiative.
That's a real dog. That's a picture of a real dog.
No, that's a picture of a wolf.
That's a dog.
No, not all wolves are dogs.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I disagree.
You can disagree all you want.
There you go. So you have this little goblin in front of you, which doesn't look anything like that. It looks much stupider and is not holding a weapon, but it charges straight at you with this noise coming out of it. Arms flailing around above it. Niffy, you are first.
Can I flick it on the nose?
You'd have to step up to it in game, but you are welcome to making it an unarmed attack.
Yep. Fuck off! 8 to hit.
Is it 8? It does indeed hit, as you basically backhand this thing on the nose.
No, I don't backhand, I flick it.
Are you doing non-lethal? Because you will do a minimum of 1 damage.
Yeah, non-lethal.
Okay.
Just flicking it like you tell a dog off.
Sure, you flick it on the nose. Pesto.
Trying to analyze the situation will take a full action, won't it?
It depends on what you want. If you want to do like a quick perception to look around the room, it would be less than like a full analysis. But the longer you spend, the more of an action you kind of take, the more I'll give you effectively.
We're in a tiny room. It's not like there's other options. I will attack it with something. I'll just firebolt it.
Sure. You build up some fire in your gauntlet and...
It's a 15.
Yeah, that most certainly hits it right in the face. And it just melts into ash.
Okay.
What the fuck, Pesto?
What?
And the door ahead of you squeaks open.
Was there something else too?
We need to... Why does everybody always want to kill things?
We're in a shitty magical tower. That thing wasn't even real.
We're in a shitty magical world. Everything's real.
What?
You heard me.
I'm just walking out.
I'm gonna follow.
Okay. You all walk through the door and end up in a room that looks identical to the previous room. It is a 30-foot diameter stone room. There's a door the other side, and as you all walk in, the door behind you, slam! And in front of you, there are 2 puffs of smoke. As 2 goblins appear this time.
See, this is why you don't kill them.
All right, go ahead. You do it.
I go up and try and shake the hand.
The two of them in front of you, and they both, as before, start flailing their arms in the air, start coming towards you. Oh, sure, I'll run on the same initiatives. Niffy, you go first. You walk over to which one? The one on the left or the one on the right?
Left.
Okay, and
Put my hand out to shake.
wonderful. Pesto.
I'm just sitting back and watching.
Sure.
She's got the answers, right?
Ozzy kind of like seems to draw the sword and then just is like, well, I guess we can try that, but I don't. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to slice their heads off.
That's not in character.
No.
I mean, do you want me to do in character? Because I can do.
No, I don't. But that's not in character.
All right, Ozzy steps forwards and just slices the head off the one on the left, and it just disappears. And you have forwards as well. The one remaining goblin looks at the hand that you've put out to it, Niffy, and bites it really hard with these teeth. Does a 16 hit you?
No.
No. It chomps down, and you just manage to get your hand out of the way as these teeth like clamp together.
Now I'm seeing how it's done.
I will kick it.
You can just kick it in the nuts. Roll to hit.
It's still unarmed, isn't it?
It is still unarmed.
17.
17 hits. Are you trying to do damage this time?
Yeah! Fucking thing tried to bite me.
Wonderful. You kick it in the nuts so hard it just like keels over and then falls to the ground and just disappears.
Little shit.
I see the difference to our approach now.
And the door ahead of you opens up.
I'm not going through it.
I try the one behind us.
It's locked shut.
I think we live in this room now.
Fun by me. I want to take this corner.
It's a circle.
That's-
I know. I will go sit randomly in the circle.
You just sit down.
Yep.
Nothing happens. Is this the rest of the campaign then?
I think so, yeah.
Nothing at all.
I'm sat in the corner.
All right.
So
Let's go fight 4 now. Doot, 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 doot.
I will reluctantly go into the next room.
You will follow through to the next room, and unsurprisingly, it is another circular stone room. And in front of you appears this time 3 goblins.
Oh, not multiplicative.
Which all immediately start flailing their arms and charging towards you.
I'm just going to let them charge towards me.
Alright. Niffy, you just stand still, just going, well, okay. Pesto?
I move behind Niffy.
Okay. You just
Fuck up.
saunter on over behind Niffy, like, well, okay. Well, she's like, I'm very confused about what you guys are doing, and is going to step over to
Don't
the one.
fight them.
Yeah, but you see, I don't think that's a good idea, and just slices off the head of this one on the left.
You said you were good at listening.
Yeah, and but I'm also good at thinking.
No, you're not.
It's okay to be wrong.
Well, you're always fucking wrong.
It's all right, Niffy. Don't worry if you are wrong. It is okay. I do not think of you differently for it.
I think of you differently because you're always fucking wrong.
Move on to the goblins. One is going to charge at you, Niffy. The other one is going to attack Ozzy. The one attacking Ozzy gets 6. Obviously doesn't hit. Just bang into the armor. The one attacking you, Niffy. Ooh, a 19. Does a 19 hit?
Yep.
It just chomps into your arm. You take 1 damage.
I still refuse to do anything.
That is, of course, your prerogative. It is your turn.
I won't do anything. I'll just stand there with my arms crossed.
Sure. Pesta.
I'll firebolt one and have Olive spit at the other.
Sure. Roll to hit on both of those.
A 12
Mm-hmm.
and a lot more.
Yeah, they both hit. One in flames, the other one acid melts it down into the ground as they both disappear. And the door ahead of you opens up.
Are we really just going to keep doing this?
That seems to be what we must.
Fine. I'll begrudgingly walk into the next room.
You walk into it, and unsurprisingly, it's the same room all over again. I should assume Pesto's staying behind this time.
Mm-hmm.
And as you step in, the door behind you slams shut. And 4 appear in front of you. As they all look very confused, look around, and charge at you, arms flailing.
What are they wearing?
Not really much. Kind of raggy clothes, sort of forms a top and trousers. Like I said, they're very small, slightly green. They're not identical.
Are there pockets to keep anything in?
Doesn't appear so.
Or does it look pretty... Okay.
I mean, yeah, it just looks like barely covering,
Alright, so... Nothing on them.
Nothing.
I will say don't attack, and I will run towards them, flailing my arms and screaming at them.
Sure, you look as though you've actually lost it as you flail back at them. And the one that you charge towards does look a little confused, but continues to flail their arms, charging towards you. Pesto.
I don't know. I don't even know what to ask to do to know anything. I'll try to perceive anything.
Sure.
12.
12. There's two things in this door. Two things in this door? Two things in this room. Goblins and a door. But you do not see anything else on the walls. It's just stone walls, circle. Doesn't appear to be any levers, plates, anything of that kind of a sort.
I'll have all the toys attack them.
Sure. That'll be more than 4, so roll 4. It's one for
Yes.
each. If anything miss, we'll worry about that.
21, 22, 23.
Can you do it?
And no, it jumped up to 18 plus 9, 27.
7.
Yeah.
All of them just savagely attacked by these toys, torn down to the ground as Niffy, you charging towards them, they just get obliterated.
Oh, we do that.
And the door in front of you.
And we go through.
Sure. There's something about the definition of mentality here, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
You walk through, and at this point, it's unsurprising that you're in the same room again. The door slams behind you. But this time, 5 goblins appear. And they all start flailing their arms and charging towards you.
I just shoot one dead in the head.
Which one?
The one right in front of me.
Sure. You pull out your gun.
9 I know hits, so 9.
Do you know a 9 hits now?
Oh, yeah, because my 6 hit few rooms back.
Do you want a 6 few rooms back? Don't remember.
Or 8, one of the two. It was below a 9.
You just, oh, for God's sake, pull out your gun. Falls to the ground. Disgusting. Anything else?
Reload.
Reload. Pesto.
Well, we've been called insane, but there's no other information that we have or can seem to gather. So, toys attack again.
Sure.
So, one that hit before. Okay. 9 plus 9, 18.
Yep.
A lot. And a lot.
Is that only 3 numbers? You need 4. I'm sure the other one will
I was
miss.
4.
Oh, I only heard 3. Don't worry about
The last one's a natural 20.
it. One of the toys goes wild, just like clambers up and climbs in its throat, and it just gets eviscerated from the inside. Yeah, they're all dead. And the door behind them opens up.
Can I make every check known to mankind
As in,
to try to gather any information?
the checks you could do in here that would gather information, or should I say, in general, that you can do to gather information: perception, investigation, arcana, but that's obviously more specific. History, if you wanted to, obviously that'd be specific to, well, historical things. What else is in there? Survival. I mean, realistically, just tell me which one you're rolling, and I'll tell you if it tells you anything.
I'll investigate.
Sure.
24.
24. As with the perception, but with a bit more time this time, the bodies of the goblins disappeared after they were destroyed, and you search around the walls. You can guarantee there are no buttons, no pressure plates, nothing. The door itself, though obviously is open, doesn't even have any door handles or anything of the sort on it. No locks, it's just a door in a frame on hinges. And the door behind, as you check it, you can rattle it, but similarly, no door handles, no locks, but it doesn't open. The room, in terms of height, is only about 10 feet tall. There's nothing up, no grates, no plates that you can see, no buttons, nothing to crawl into, around, on top of, or any of that. And because you've got a fairly high investigation, you're pretty certain that it's either very, very, very similar to the last room, or you are just in the same room, like magically looping.
This is not given information. You got anything you want to check, Purdy?
Honestly, no.
Alright, I guess we live here.
Ozzy says, if only there was like anything we could do here, I would be great.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we're fucking killing them. What else would we do? You're the fucking guy for killing everything. You want to kill everything you see.
Yeah, I'm happy killing them. You just sort of get to them first. You know, that's kind of the problem here. At least for me in terms of killing them. Like, I don't mind you doing it first. It's good to see that you're actually, like, good at fighting. I was getting a little worried for a while that you were just not very good at it, and you couldn't use your gun or anything.
But I just don't want to fucking do it.
Oh, that's all right. You know, it's all right to be weak sometimes.
I want to stab you.
Oh, I mean, like, you could try, but I wouldn't advise it.
I'm not going to, but I want to.
Yeah, well, like, I mean, I think I've got much more time than the two of you, so I could happily go through and, like, you know, keep killing goblins. It's just like it's sort of calming for me. It's a bit sort of a pastime, you know, but like...
What do we do instead?
Well, he's also saying I don't really mind. It's not like there's anything else in there that we can do anyway. You know, you sort of go in and then there's just like goblins in the door. So, yeah.
I've tried being passive. I've tried being aggressive.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm always passive-aggressive with you, so...
Yeah, that's very true. I don't know, like I said, I'm happy to just keep killing goblins, and there's only, you know, 2 things in the room, so I'm going to interact. That's how it is. I'm slowly going from New Zealand to the Australian accent's disappearing.
If the only option is into insanity we go.
Well, like, I don't know if I can go insane, because, like, I don't have a brain, so, you know. But I could try if you want.
I feel like I've gone insane.
I'm trying to think, what would the captain do in this situation? I feel like they'd probably try to phase through the wall, just like skip through the door.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
None of us can do that.
Oh no, it's a shame we can't just go through the door. No, that's true.
I will just try and walk through the door.
Well, I mean, the door in front of you is, of course, open. You walk through the door into a very similar room that you've seen oh so many multiples of times before, followed by the rest. And in front of you, unsurprisingly, appears 6 goblins.
I try and walk around them.
You would take a couple of attacks of opportunity, but the room is more than small enough for you to walk around them, of course.
Oh no, they're gonna do 1 damage to you.
If they hit. You go around the first... in fact, actually, you'd be taking 2 attacks of opportunity. Where are you walking to as you walk past them?
The door.
14 and a 5. None of them hit. Sure, you get over to the door.
I try and walk through the door. Just walk at the door.
You walk at the door and poof, you walk into it, but as you bash into it, for some reason, Ozzy's like, I don't know why you did that. It sort of just like flaps slightly, as though it could open.
I push on the door.
You push on the door and it opens and the goblins disappear from behind you. In front of you, the doorway is similar to when you first entered, flicking between 3 rooms. In fact, the same 3 rooms that were before, one of which is, of course, the room that you are standing in, not the exact same one where you can see the behind of yourself. It's just flicking between the same 3 rooms.
Is this building having a fucking laugh?
Yeah, it just did.
Well, that was really smart of you, Niffy. I'm really proud of you for that one.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, like I didn't think you had it in you to, like, you know, think outside of the box.
Yeah, no, yeah, you fucked it up now.
Am I doing a good job of Ozzy?
You are doing a perfect job of Ozzy.
Alright, well, shall we just go into the same room again and kill more goblins?
No! We enter room 2. Or I enter room 2 anyway.
You walk forwards to move into the second room, and I think that's probably a decent place for us to finish up for the evening.
Despite being absolutely shattered, I've really enjoyed today.
I know everyone's really pissed off at me. I genuinely believed you'd try opening the door without attacking them way earlier than 6 in.
I mean, I tried to not attack them.
Yeah, I applaud you for that. Just, like, similarly, you know, same vein, just not quite the right action. But you got it.
I think we broke though.
You okay there, buddy?
Just getting no information. Oh, it hurts me.
I love how it took us, what, half an hour to make it through this week.
I gave you information every single time.
Yeah, that information was there is no information.
No.
No,
I said
no.
there's 2 things in this room.
Yeah.
Goblins and a door. And he went, okay. He said, I want to find things. Okay, there's 2 things in this room. Goblins and a door.
We were being stupid.
You got there, though. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Magic Myths and Mayhem. Thank you to Dark Fantasy Studio and Nicolas Judy and Ovani for the use of their music in this episode. And a big thanks to you for listening. If you want to hear more behind-the-scenes content, alongside extra art and lore, please consider joining our Patreon by searching Magic, Myths and Mayhem on patreon.com, or watch our extra content and games on twitch.com. For now, thank you for being here, and we look forward to seeing you next time. I'll see you then. I'm not sure what other information I could have given you in this situation.
I'm so bad at your puzzles every single time.
I think one of the main reasons is because I'm never consistent as to what the puzzle style is.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're more complex. This is one of the very simple ones, which is just like open the door.
Please stop letting me play smart characters.
All right.
Because I never feel it.
Next episode, Pesto has a lobotomy.
I never feel smart.
Pesto gets stabbed through the eye and then gets an intelligence of 9.
I think that's why bloody Elsie was my favourite, because she wasn't fucking smart, so I didn't have to pretend to be smart.
I mean, the current characters I can play are Pumpkin Spice Latte, who's a fucking moron, TR51, who's a fucking moron, and Camellia, who's a fucking moron.
You've made them all fucking morons.
Oh, direwolves have an intelligence of 3. I did make TR very dumb, an intelligence of 4. Pumpkin Spice Latte, I don't think should be that dumb, but kind of just ended up being that dumb.
Yeah.
You approved that.
Oh, I did approve that.
I'm pretty sure it has like a standard intelligence.
Yeah.
I did approve it, but yeah, you made.
I think Pumpkin Spice Latte is never like asked to do anything, and if they were to interact with things, they're not actually that stupid. They're just kind of very childish and playful.
Yeah.
They're just food motivated.
They're just
That is very true. They are very food motivated.